making potato up there.
Hey, Melissa. Hi, Natalie.
Hi, how are you?
Hi there.
All right. Oh. Hey, Michelle. Are those your deer hanging in the background there?
They're my husband's deer.
Does he know you're hanging clothing on them? I'm a little upset about this.
So the agreement was he could hang them if I could use them as clothing storage because he gets the bigger closet in the bedroom. I get this.
I see. All right. I had a couple duck mounts above my fireplace for a little while, but I lost that battle.
If you notice the paint color in this room, we call this the death room because in addition to the paint color, the deer, there's also, oh my God, probably 7 European mounts behind me, a fox, and God knows what else in this room. So I just ignore it.
Hey. Mrs. Loeb, I miss seeing you all the time.
Yeah, I'm not out that much these days.
Not the same. I miss my little socialization that I could get.
You know, so do we actually, and it's not looking too good for basketball, I don't think.
Yeah, it's making me a little nervous.
Uh-huh.
I saw Miss Fetcho tonight and we were reminiscing on this season.
I thought it was a great season.
I miss all the girls.
Yeah.
We
I
definitely
miss
did the best we could.
Oh, absolutely. And I miss the socialization as well.
Yeah, just getting some blankets out and keeping our distance and competitive juices flowing.
Yep.
Hey, Melissa, is Pat going to be joining us, or Michelle, is Pat joining us tonight? Should I wait for him?
No, Pat will not be joining us tonight.
Okay. All right, I believe we have a quorum. I just counted. Majority of rec board members are on the call. So let's get this meeting started. We will call the November rec board meeting to order. First thing on our agenda is public comment. Is there any public comment?
Yes. Hi, everybody. Some of you guys know me. I guess most of you guys know of me. My name's Dan Macrina, and I am I'm going to be the interim rec director. Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate all your support. And I'm just on here tonight as a member of the community. I just wanted to introduce myself to all of you. Just let you know I appreciate your support. And I'm just super excited. I've lived in the borough for a long time. Just recently moved back to the borough this year. We're raising our family here. We love everything about it. I grew up with all the recreation services that this borough offers. You guys do an amazing job. And I'm really excited to be part of it. So, I just wanted to get on here and put a face to the name. So, kind of just say hello, and that I'm super excited to get this going. So we'll be talking with you guys more hopefully in January when we reconvene. So yeah.
Great, thanks, Dan.
Thanks, Dan.
Glad to have you. And when is it? You said, is it official, or is it not? Like, did it?
The start date,
Yeah.
Not yet. Still some things that they're working out, but probably within the next month, I believe. Okay. So
excellent.
Yep.
Great. Well, we're happy to have you. I'm certain. And
yeah, I'm super excited. So
great. Yep, we've heard good things about you. So
awesome. Well, thank you.
All right, Dan. Thanks.
Welcome.
All right, and going through our participant list, looks like everybody is a rec board member or a member of Wyomissing Borough, so we don't need to have any, kick anybody off here. And I do know that Kathy Barra from the Wyomissing School Band is supposed to be joining us. And when she joins us, we're going to allow her to have some discussion during lighting of the greens. Hopefully she'll be joining us soon. All right, so next on the agenda.
She's here.
Oh, she's here. Oh, okay, great. Well, welcome, Kathy. So when we get into the lighting of the green discussions, we'll invite you to join in. Okay, so next on the agenda is approval of the October minutes. Does anybody have any additions or corrections to the minutes? Okay, not hearing any, I'll entertain a motion to accept the minutes.
I'll make a motion.
And that was Eric Donahue, and a second.
I'll second it.
Natalie, thank you. Is anyone opposed to the motion? All right, the motion carries. All right, back to our agenda. We would have a financial report, and I do not see Randy on the call, who usually guides us through our finances. And being November, nothing jumped out at me when I looked over them. So does anybody have any questions, concerns about the November the financial report?
No.
Okay. Not hearing any, I'll entertain a motion to accept the financial report.
I make a motion, accept the financial.
Kate, motion made by Kate, seconded
I'll
I
second.
second.
by, I got Eric Donahue seconding that. Thank you. Okay, motion carries. All right, well, Parks and Rec Director report. Dan doesn't have one yet, but maybe in January he will. All right, so that brings us to lighting of the greens. So last month at Rec Board, we had decided to not have a traditional lighting of the greens. We would try to do something over Zoom or some type or Facebook Live, and the discussion had a little momentum and then kind of died off, and then it got picked up again when Kathy Barra from the Wyomissing School Band expressed their willingness to help with some music, some carols. So maybe we can discuss with Kathy what her ideas are, and then we're going to need some help figuring out how we're going to get this out to the community, because I don't know how we can. I guess on Zoom you can do a recording. I don't know. I guess we could do. I don't know. I'm not quite sure how we're going to pull it off, but we're going to need
You could do Facebook Live.
Facebook
Is that
Live,
what you
yeah.
mean?
Yeah, I guess, but see, I don't know on Facebook Live if we can show a recording. I guess on Zoom we could
Oh,
have somebody could share their screen from like a desktop computer, and then myself or somebody could be at the Stonehouse with their phone and just kind of, flip it around and get a view of the Stonehouse. But that's going to take some, we might need some help from borough staff doing that, I think. I'm not sure.
right.
So that, I don't know, we want to talk about that now, or should we, maybe let Kathy join us and share her idea. So Kathy, if you're on the call, if you could unmute yourself here and share some ideas with us.
Sure. I was talking to Pete Beck and then also our new choral director, Nate Patton. And we weren't sure what your plan was, if you were looking to do an actual live event or if it was going to be something pre-recorded and then loaded either through Facebook or YouTube or something else. From our standpoint, we think our kids would be definitely willing, especially if it was something we could pre-record and make sure that we could do all the social distancing and all the other fun things we have to do right now. That would probably be easiest on our end, to pre-record something and have that available for you. If it's something that you folks are deciding that you want to do a live stream event, that'll take a little more coordination, but we're certainly willing to work with you to figure it out. And I'm sure our kids would be pretty happy to get out and do some singing and playing.
I think either way, I think is great. I don't know what the committee thinks, but for safety reasons, pre-recording it might be the best option. So I don't know what the group here thinks.
Yeah, no, you're probably right, Eric, about doing that. I mean, would you? My question is actually maybe would you pre-record it at like the Stonehouse, like they're almost like they're there, like it normally would be, or like maybe earlier?
We can probably figure that out. I mean, it would kind of also depend on the timeline for when you're
Sure.
to have it go. If it's going to be, I believe the original date would have been the 5th. So that might be a little tight for us because we're going to be on Thanksgiving break next week,
Right.
and then getting people together. So it kind of depends on your timeline. It might be possible. I mean, a lot of our kids live in the area close enough that they can walk down there, and we can meet. Anything we do, I have to run past Dr. Jones, but
Right.
he's been open to us doing these kind of events if we can make it work. So
Does anybody
This might be a long shot.
go ahead?
This might be a long shot, but is there any way for that green screen that we have for announcements to kind of break it up in front of that and use the Stonehouse as part of the green screen? That way we can still social distance, but it looks like we're at the Stonehouse.
that might be a possibility. I can talk to Andy Siggins and see if that would. You're talking about the one at the school for the announcements? Yeah. Yeah, that might be something we could do with it.
It's not a bad idea.
Just another option to like keep everyone distance, but still have the vibe of lighting up the greens.
I like that idea.
I actually like that idea a lot.
Just so we can head in the right direction, does everybody on this meeting agree that we're going to do something pre-recorded? Everyone everybody agree with that? I guess if you don't agree with that, let's speak up.
I think that's great, as long as it can be done with the right amount of time. They only really have a couple more days this week.
And
see
I
the
just-
kids. And
I
then,
would
you
like,
know.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I wanted to add to that we do not have staff capacity right now from the borough to assist in any part of this.
Okay.
But if they shoot it at the school, I mean, it might be able to be done there. Is that what we're saying?
Potentially, and maybe have some students even help, like maybe just
Yeah.
get some people like multimedia
Right.
kids involved, and just an idea.
Yeah, no, I do think, considering what our options are and how little time we have, I mean, if they can accommodate it and they can do it, that might be the safest way to actually do it with still having you're right, the Stonehouse feel and having kids who work in that at Wyomissing High School be able to do it.
Couldn't we somehow just use photos of past years of the stone house or the tree, or if it's a pre-recorded video?
I'm sure it opens a lot of different
Probably.
options, I would think. A lot of which I don't know how to do. It would have to be somebody
I
a
don't
lot more
If the
technical
borough-
savvy.
If the borough isn't staffed to help, then maybe we have to get creative in using past year's pictures.
Right.
Right, and also, whatever, like if Mr. Siggins is going to do that, then he might be easier for him to take the picture. Well, that might not be convenient for him. So, there's a lot of
Sure.
working parts, I imagine.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've been making a lot of videos for my students this year, and I've been doing green screen. And you're right, it's just all you need is a photograph. So if anyone can take that, it's pretty easy after that. So even the previous year's picture should be good.
Okay.
Maybe if there's some eager high school kids at WYO that are pretty good at that stuff, they might be willing to do it, or at least help.
So I think,
Okay, so
I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I think what we would probably be looking for from the board would probably be getting an idea of kind of a timeline for when you would need material from us. So again, if you're looking at a launch date on December 5th, that's going to be a little tight for us. If you're able to move the date back a week, again, that's it. Whatever you need to do is fine. But that would probably make it a little easier for us to coordinate and get kids together to do to practice and then do the rehearsal. My kids are actually playing in the courtyard behind the Highlands on the 5th, but I can have them, I'm making them rehearse the Thursday before, so I can probably actually record them that evening when I'm having them practice. So I could probably have that something together for you at that point. And then we probably need to know how much music or how much footage you're interested in having to stream.
Okay, so traditionally, I think the lighting of the green celebration at the Stonehouse is when they would, flip the switch for the lights to be on for the holiday season. So I think pushing it, having it for December 5th, I think would be ideal, unless we call it something else. We would want to have the Stonehouse lit up, I think, early in the season, like December 5th. So does that make sense?
Yep.
So what do you think? I mean, is 10 minutes realistic? Is that too short, too long?
I think if we have footage from the choral kids, the band kids, and because they won't have to play outside and destroy their instruments, we might even have some kids on string instruments that are willing and able to play.
Okay.
We can have them play outside normally. So I don't think 10 minutes would be a problem for us to fill.
Okay, so I'm thinking, 10 minutes, 15 minutes of the high school band, orchestra, and singers, and then, a countdown and flip the switch at the museum and turn on the lights. That's my idea. Does anybody have a better idea?
That sounds great to me.
Okay. And I guess what we would have to do is, I guess I'm thinking if there was a way, if let's just say I got a little more savvy with Zoom, I could have the recording, share my screen on my device, and then when it's over, just, have my camera turned at the Stonehouse. But I guess if there's no borough, so I don't know what, I guess, and I'm not sure who said that, if that was Michelle, about not having any borough staff. Are they going to be able to decorate the Stonehouse?
I would assume so, to be honest with you. I don't know that we even take those lights down.
Oh, okay. Well, I think there's lights like on the tree, and then they go around like all the, the windows of the Stonehouse, around the railings and stuff. I don't know that they're up year round.
I was out there for a meeting in March, and I know someone commented that some of the lights were still up, and I don't know if it was an oversight or if they're just left up, but if they're not up, I mean, that's something that the Parks Department would do during normal working hours. I mean, I'll confirm with Pat tomorrow, but I see no reason we wouldn't decorate.
Okay.
I just meant in terms of pulling off the virtual event and any type of organization assistance you would need from borough staff for that specifically.
Okay.
We are not staff to assist with.
Sure. Yeah, I guess I was just thinking with like how these meetings are set up and kind of like controlled in the background. That's what I was guessing we would need help with.
Meeting, like having someone set up an actual Zoom meeting?
Well, like set up the Zoom meeting, I know how like the Melissa's in the background, like, letting people into the meeting, sharing the screen, kicking people out of the meeting, that whole thing. Kind of what.
She's like the wizard behind the scenes.
Yes, exactly. The wizard behind the scenes. That's what I'm not comfortable doing. I don't know if anybody on the call here is comfortable doing, but that's what I was referring to as far as needing help from borough staff.
Okay, we can talk about that, and I can get you an answer within a day or so.
Okay.
Well, what would be the disadvantage to just put it on YouTube?
And have it all be pre-recorded?
Yeah, that you could just watch it, like you could pull it up and watch it. I don't know. They just did a video on like the football players for Wyo, and you can watch it whenever you want.
Right.
I did see that.
You
Could we
can
do
do
something?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just wondering if we could do something like that. I'm not tech savvy either, so I don't know.
Right.
If you have someone who is tech savvy and has a YouTube channel, you can actually do a YouTube live presentation, which basically it's pre-recorded material, but you set it to go off at a specific time. So if you wanted to kick off at 3 o'clock on December 5th, people get the notification that this is going to happen on December 5th, and then it goes live. You watch the program, and then after that, they can view it as many times as they want.
Okay.
I know this might be silly, but I'm wondering who actually turns the switch on, who actually turns the lights on, and will we be able to get a key, and will someone tell us how to do that, since there are no employees that can do that? Or can that be Dan's first job?
It depends on Dan's actual start date, but
Okay.
let me talk to Pat tomorrow about whether or not it had already been coordinated. I mean, this is all new to me, so I'm not sure how it worked in the past either. I'm not sure if we typically, I thought Rob was always the one, honestly, to flip the switch, and Diane before him.
Correct.
So knowing that, and that the event's on a weekend, it would be unbudgeted overtime for whoever's on call to go out and actually do that. But let me see if we can figure something out to assist with that.
Yeah,
So
and
you
I'm
can-
sure we can get a couple rec board members,
Yeah,
if you give us
absolutely.
a key and we know which switch to flip, we can handle that.
Absolutely, I volunteer for that. That's not a problem at all. Just what we need, permission and a key. No problem.
I feel like as rec board members, you should all get a chance to turn them on and then turn them back off for the next.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm available to flip a switch and be on that site.
Okay, so we got
and help.
myself and Kate is there anybody else, maybe just like one more person that might be willing to
So
be an
I
extra
can help,
hand, or-
I can help with the Facebook. I'm a Facebook moderator, so I can help with the Facebook Live part of it. I do like the idea of the YouTube and kind of recording it, and then we can kind of like debut it at the time.
Yeah, we could even flip the switch the day before, so it looks like
Yeah.
we're doing, you know. And is
Yeah.
that Angela, is that you talking, Angela?
That is me, Angela. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, great.
So I can help with, I don't know if the borough has a YouTube channel. I doubt we do. We could create one easily. I just need an email, probably like an info, a borough email, and I can create a YouTube account and we can upload it. We can get the video from Kathy. Then somebody has to probably edit it a little bit. And then we edit in the kind of flipping of the light. We can literally do it any night.
Right. That sounds pretty cool. I like that.
My only caution to that is the borough social media policy has typically been, like, the borough itself does not even have its own Facebook page. So I don't know about the chances of using a borough email address to set up a YouTube account. I would think if someone on the rec board wants to use a personal email, we would have no issue with that. The same way Rob kind of created the rec board Facebook account.
Yeah.
But we, the borough and borough council, have always been, somewhat stringent on use of social media for anything of that sort.
Could Melissa create it?
She'd have to use a borough email account to do that.
Okay. Okay. So I don't mind creating, we can create a Gmail account that's specific for this. And if there's no regulation around using a private Gmail account, then I don't see a problem.
Yeah, I think the only concern would be like if it's who has control of it. Like, let's say Angela, wins the lottery and moves to California or something.
Yeah, yeah.
And then who's in charge of the YouTube account? I guess that would be the only concern. I think maybe that's why Angela was saying, should it be under the borough? But if that's not an issue, and we can set it up on our own, I say we do that.
Okay, I like that. So I can help with the kind of the tech side. So I'll get a YouTube account, I can do it as mine or do a Wyomissing borough one, whatever way works around, the rules. But like I said, we'll need help with editing. So if we kind of want to get the video of the kids and then get us kind of like flipping the lights on, then we can edit that together and then post one video.
Okay, I think that's great. So maybe, Michelle, if you can find out when they could get the lights up, because if we could do this, say, a couple days, because if we have to edit, we're going to want to do this a couple days before. So maybe if we can find out when the lights will be on at the Stone House, and then when we can get a key and flip the switch, that'll give us a couple days to edit the video and blend it all together. And then myself, Kate, Angela will take the lead on this.
I have a meeting with Pat and Jim tomorrow morning, so I should have an answer for you by lunchtime.
Perfect.
When you're uploading stuff to YouTube, just know that it sometimes takes a bit of time. Like,
yes.
So you want to give yourself a little extra lead time, and I'll talk to Nate and Jess in the music department tomorrow and see what we can get and how soon we can get that footage to you.
Yeah.
And Angela, if you're the person that's that I'll be sending stuff to, just I can touch base with you or send my information through Pete back so that you have my email address.
Okay, that's great.
We can connect.
Yeah. Just everybody, the last thing I wanted to say is the Wyomissing band had been reaching out to us on Facebook, Jennifer Redkay, and they were also willing to do pre-recorded music. But this was a little while ago, and I don't know if maybe we're covered. I just wanted to mention that, and I can get back to her and say we're good to go.
I would think so, because I think they wanted a fee. I think they usually get paid, so I think we're good with the high school kids.
Good. Okay, great.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay, well, it sounds like we got a plan for lighting of the greens. Awesome. Anybody else have anything to say about that?
Eric, will you just let us know, like I can help show up and help video the flip of the switch at the Stone House? So can you
Yes.
just let us pick, we can pick a date and.
Absolutely. Once Michelle tells me an expected date they're going to be up, then me and Kate we'll figure out a time that works.
Cool.
Thank you,
All
Ms.
right.
Barr. Thank you, Ms. Barr. That's nice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
We're happy to help. Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, so we'll okay to move on. Anybody else got anything to say about lighting of the greens? Okay, old business. I think lighting of the greens was the only old business. So I don't know any new business. Not hearing any correspondence. All right, don't hear any of that either. So our next meeting, there's no December meeting. The next meeting will be Tuesday, January 19th at 7 p.m. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right, entertain a motion to close.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Eric.
I'll
There's-
second.
And I'm sorry, who seconded that?
Sally.
Sally. Thank you, Sally. Anyone opposed? All right. We'll send out lighting of the greens info too. Let everybody know. We'll try to get it on social media. We'll try to advertise it as best we can.
Yeah,
All
and if
right.
you need help at all, I'm willing to help as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
check.
I'm around too if you need anything.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
All right. Everybody have a nice holiday.
Everybody, done.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
happy Thanksgiving. Take care, guys.
Bye.
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 Happy Thanksgiving.